Hi, everyone. My name is Shona. I'm with Ravenheart Healing, and I'm really delighted to be part of the brave and beautiful community today. So, hello to all you brave and beautiful ones. I'm going to be talking today a little bit about, or a lot about, meditation because my meditation practice has changed this year being 2020. And it's changed significantly in ways that I think are really important to other people trying to either start a meditation practice or maintain their meditation practice in these uncertain times. So I did want to give you a little bit of a background about what I do. So in my work, I work with women who are wanting to connect with their inner truth or their inner calling, or simply connect with what it is that truly makes them happy. And in order to do that, meditation and mindfulness are key ways of becoming still and being able to hear that inner voice or that inner wisdom rise up that can allow us to understand what it is we're longing for. And it can be a very challenging thing to do, to still all the outside noise, to prevent ourselves from distracting ourselves with busyness or all the other things that are distracting out there, and to just sit with ourselves in silence and feel how wonderful that can be. Now, that being said, it can also be very challenging this year because sometimes when we sit still, we are there's a tsunami of feelings and thoughts that come in around what's happening in our own immediate lives, and also about what's happening in the world outside our front door. So I wanted to share with you what's changed for me this year when I meditate, because it has been so helpful for me and so grounding, and really brought me a whole new level of peace and awareness in my life. So my meditation practice began in my early 20s, which is a long time ago. And always my focus has been on clearing the mind of thought and distraction, and trying to achieve a pure state of no mind. And even on a good day, this can be challenging, and certainly this year it's been even more so. And what I noticed was when I stopped trying to struggle to clear my mind, and I rested my awareness and my presence in my body, I had an immediate sense of peace and an immediate sense of coming home. And so I want to invite you into what you could call embodied meditation, where the struggle or the focus is no longer to sit on your meditation pillow or wherever it is you like to meditate and to be very strict and about clearing your mind, but rather to very gently enter into a conversation, a loving, compassionate conversation with your body. And so one of the things that I did want to mention also is that meditation, I used to be very strict. I have meditation cushions, and I have a special place in my house set up to meditate, and I would light a candle and do all the things. And this year, I've been meditating wherever I can, when I have a moment, and I do meditation at my kitchen table, in my car when it's parked in the driveway and it's warm and quiet, on my living room floor, wherever I feel, when I feel like it's time to meditate, or I'm meditating at the time when I promised myself I would. I don't worry about the where, or do I have the right cushion. I just ease into it. So I will take you through a few meditations over the next 20 minutes that are brief and guided, and that are going to help us sort of get a sense of what I mean by embodied meditation. So first of all, I want you to, wherever you are, if you're sitting at your kitchen table or even if you're in your bed, is to sit in a way that's comfortable but energized. So think of having an energized spine. Think of sitting with dignity, and relax your jaw, relax your shoulders. And just move with me now into a meditation that will take us into the body. So take a few deep breaths in through your nose and out through your mouth. And once you've done that and you're just sitting quietly, take your awareness into your body. And one of the best ways to do this is through the breath. And I confess that in the past, I've struggled to use breathing as a way of clearing my mind. But I now realize breathing is really an invitation into the body. So when you're breathing in, take a deep breath into your lungs and into your belly. Let your belly rise too and breathe out. Now on your next breath, imagine breathing in and imagine that breath filling your lungs. And if you can imagine how the blood vessels in your lungs look like the roots of trees, and these are the blood vessels that collect the oxygen from the lungs and carry it into the bloodstream. And when you breathe out, you're breathing out carbon dioxide, which is what the trees need to perform their function. They need that carbon dioxide from your lungs so that they can produce the oxygen that we're going to breathe in. And so if you can think of your breathing as this beautiful reciprocal relationship between you and the trees on this earth, and how our very lungs are like the roots of the trees, as though the body already knows that it's part of that process in nature and is mirroring it in that very way. And so we'll take a few more deep breaths. We're breathing in. Let your awareness go into your lungs. Think of those blood vessels and breathe out. Continue to breathe. Think of, as you breathe in, think of breathing in what the trees have offered. Think of your body taking it in. And breathe out. And think of that carbon dioxide you're breathing out as you're offering to the trees, because that's what they need. And so as this air enters your body, let yourself be present with your lungs and present with your body. So we're just going to take a few more deep breaths here for another minute. And then just let your breathing become normal. The breath doesn't have to be so deep or so long. Just breathe normally. Now, as we move our awareness from our head into our body, we might become aware of aches and pains in the body, or discomfort, tension, Perhaps you suffer from chronic pain or chronic fatigue, and you feel that in your body. And when you're moving your awareness into your body, this can become heightened. You can become very aware of the pain in your knee or the tension in your neck and your shoulders. So I want to invite you to practice this, which is, instead of offering resistance to that pain or discomfort, and instead of reviewing a story about how I wish this pain in my knee would go away, I hate having this pain, it's preventing me from moving forward in my life, it's preventing me from running, which I love to do, or it's preventing me from getting up and down the stairs properly. Whatever it is about that pain, wherever it is in your body, if you can, instead of reviewing the story and instead of wishing it would go away, if you can put your awareness into that area of your body that's in pain and offer it compassion and offer it gentle, curious attention, then you may find it creates some space around that pain or discomfort. And if you are willing, you could even almost have a conversation with that pain or discomfort in your body. But I'm getting ahead of myself. So let's start by, again, sitting with dignity, with an energized spine, being aware of relaxing our jaw, relaxing our shoulders. And we're just going to take another few deep breaths. Again, imagining our lungs filling up with that sweet oxygen. Really feeling our lungs fill. How does it feel as the rib cage expands? Noticing what's happening in your body as you breathe. And then bring your awareness gently to an area that might be uncomfortable or in pain, where you might have an injury, or just the place where your tension or anxiety might be sitting right now. And just so gently and so compassionately give that part of your body your attention. And feel, if you can, a kind of spaciousness opening up around it. You're simply offering it compassionate, gentle attention. No judgment, no frustration, no wishing it would go away. You're just offering it compassionate, gentle attention. When you breathe, imagine you are breathing into that space, that part of your body that holds that pain. You're offering it the breath. Remember with this meditation that you don't have to fix anything. And the goal at the end of this meditation is not to have eliminated the pain or discomfort in your body. That might happen, but if it doesn't, that's okay, because the purpose is simply to be having a conversation with your body, to take your awareness into your body. Okay. And finally, I want to encourage you, while you're doing this sort of meditation, that as you sit, you may you may be inspired especially if you're a writer or you like to draw, or even if you like to dance, or if you are an artist of any kind, which means you could be a mother or a chef or someone who loves to knit. You might feel inspiration rising up through you. You might get this beautiful idea for a poem or an image for a piece of art. And so I encourage you, when you're doing this kind of embodied meditation, to have a pen and paper or a sketch pad or something at hand so you can write down some of the ideas that are coming to you. Because when we're still, the inspiration that was always there can bubble up, and that's always ready to bubble up, except that sometimes we're too busy or we're not listening. So to kind of open ourselves up to that idea, the final exercise I want to do with meditation today is to, again, we'll sit with dignity, we'll relax our jaw and shoulders, we'll energize our spine, and take a few deep breaths. And I want you to just raise your right hand and see if it wants to move in any particular way. The movement might be very subtle. It might be more of a movement like this. It could be whatever you want it to be. But allow this right hand and arm to simply flow and go where it wants to go. And there's no right or wrong. There's no judgment. You're just living in the moment and letting your hand express and explore what this moment is. And this can be a really lovely way of opening yourself up to inspiration, or to simply being calm and present. And so, as a final note, and I thank you for joining me on this journey, as a final note, I'd like to remind you that meditation is its own reward and its own gift. And you don't have to accomplish anything when you're meditating in an embodied way. You're just entering into the beauty and the energy of your body. And so if you don't get an inspiration or an insight and your hand doesn't feel like moving, that's okay. Just sitting in stillness and being aware of your body and letting it be a graceful, easy, compassionate conversation, as opposed to I must meditate and I must clear my mind and I'm going to force myself to think of nothing. That's the old way. Let the new way of meditating this year, of entering into a conversation with your body, I hope you will try it, and I hope that it opens new doors for you in terms of mindfulness and being present and being a joyful and compassionate participant in your life as it unfolds. So I thank you so much for your time today. I hope this was helpful. And all of this work, any of this kind of work, is certainly brave and beautiful. So have a wonderful rest of your day, and bye for now.